Well, hello there to everybody. Welcome to the victory moment with CK. Hello, everybody, and listen. I welcome you in. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those that are coming on now. I welcome you and thank you so much. Hello to everyone as we continue in this move of moving forward. I am excited to be here to share more. And this is I would say an emotional but yet a victorious month for me. As I talk about, and you'll see me wearing more of the pink, and you'll see me getting more into the what we will call the as I do my victory moment, you'll see me talking about victory as we talk about, and I support the cancer survivor. I call it a movement. I call it just being there for people that may need your support. So my show each time you see me come on this month, you see me with the pink or something representing the cancer, survive and thrive. And I am actually a speaker and all of that, and I'll talk more about it. But welcome. Today we're going to talk about it's not over. And I think that's a good topic in reference to when you see devastation, when you see circumstances that are just overwhelming, and you feel to give up. Excuse me for one moment as I adjust. You feel to give up, but then you realize that you just have to keep going. And I am I'm very serious about moving forward. And how do we move forward? And I share some things about how I do it. If you don't know me, on this channel, whether it be on my Facebook page, if you're checking me out on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my IG, any of those things, or on my actual YouTube channel, I want to talk to you. I want to let you know this channel is about positivity. This channel is about having fun. And as you come on, you'll see my TikToks and different things of that sort. If you are a part of my my um my YouTube channel, listen, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, click that subscribe button and you'll see so much more. And so much more is coming as I begin back my collaborations and my experts coming in. Listen, there's some changes coming. We have like 2 more months in the year. Yeah, 2 more months. And listen, let's finish out strong. So we're going to talk about it's not over. And I'm going to say yet. And I'm going to talk about being patient. Whew, that's a word that's normally taboo. Or when you say that, it gets people more riled up than more calmer. I'm just saying. Because patience is so important in the midst of everything. Patience is so important. We always want things to happen right away, and that's why we keep thinking that it's over, it's done, but it's not. It's just because it's not happening the way you may want it to happen, or how you may want it to happen, and all of those good things. But the bottom line is, it's about being patient in the process. So I wanted to, that's the main thing about things not being over yet, that you have to be patient in the midst of everything, because you jumping off the handle. And that's one thing my mom is always telling me: don't jump off the handle, because you don't get to really win people or win situations when you jump off the handle. But when you are patient and try to understand both sides, it kind of gives you another strength, because you are not allowing, and I always say, the enemy to win. So don't be so impatient when it comes to it not being over yet. Don't just give up that quickly because you're impatient because of things not really going the way you expected. And I always say this, and those that are connect with me live knows I always say this, that it's not what you see, it's what you don't see. And I always say this because that's part of me learning a lot of things as I mature. Number two, as I go ahead, as I talk about this, don't try to move ahead. It's not over yet. And you gotta, like, be, as I said, be patient. Stop trying to go ahead. Don't try to rush things. And don't try to control things you have no control over. What you have control over, you take it and you work with it, and you allow things to come together on its own. What happens is, let's get into these two little parts, especially when it comes to relationship. You can't control anybody. And even if someone cares about you, you have to let them be who they are. And you be who you are, so that you both can bring better to each other. Because now I can see who you are, you can see who I am, and we can really know whether we're meant to connect. But if you are faking whatever you do, that person is really not going to see the real you. And what tends to happen is, and that's all I'm going to say. Because we always say, the truth always, listen, it can never hide but so long. The reality of things always wind up showing up. I want, if you can, to put in the comments, be yourself, be patient. Again, be yourself, be patient. And that's how you keep moving and maneuvering. Hello, thank you for joining me. I see you. And be patient. Woo! I even get nervous when I say that word, because I know sometimes we get anxious because we just are not, when it comes to things working out and going a certain way, we don't want, we're like, well, why it didn't work out that way? Why it didn't work out this way? It should have did that, you know? Happy Monday, patient. Exactly. Exactly. And, like I said, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. You have to be calm. And I understand one thing. I was trained when I went through the academy. My brief moment with the academy is exactly, be yourself. But one thing I was trained is not to, we all got to stay in prayer on exactly, especially, I was about to say that, because that's what's going to keep you calm. The prayer. That's what's going to keep you focused. Prayer. That's what's going to help you to understand. Listen, don't try to move ahead of God. Don't try to go before God. Don't try to make God what you want him to do. Because everything happens for a reason. We may not always like what happens. But the bottom line is don't short God and not pray. Don't short God and don't give it to him when we don't understand. I know many things we just don't understand. Why did it go this way? Why are these hurricanes constantly destroying? And why and why this? And why is God allowing that? Because he's a strategic God. And as PT's on the line, he understands that when you are in a warfare or when you are dealing with war, you have to be strategic. So it may look bad in one perspective, but all the time, the enemy is being defeated and don't even realize it because you are being strategic in whatever you do. You are, and this is what you have to do. You have to be strategic in whatever you do. And that means it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Patience, we all have to really pray for that. And I have one more thought and then I'm out of here. But I'm really passionate with this because we give up so quickly. And my buddies on here, I was so sad yesterday because I'm like, what is going on with my Steelers? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to put that in there. I said, what's going on with y'all? Y'all had it. All of a sudden, I'm like, they lost? How you lose? But guess what? I'm going to give it to the other team. They did not give up. That's how they won. Because even when the Steelers more exactly. We have more patience for nonsense and things that really don't have a lot of matter. But we do for God. And God says and tells us to be patient. But can I rant a little bit about, the Steelers just for one more minute? So I'm laughing because when I'm like, oh my God, they won. When I saw the last part and I'm like, sorry guys, I just had to put that in there. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, really? I'm like, we're talking about moments from the victory. So I'm saying this to say, you have to have the attitude of, it's not over yet. And as I close out, I'm talking about stop or don't try to figure everything out. Overthinking, trying to figure everything out. You're stressing yourself over something you have no control over. I know, right? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. That's what I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna just start shaking my head. I'm gonna just start shaking my head because this is part of why this came to me. Because I'm like, God, what is this about? And then I thought about it because he brought back to my attention. And then I'm getting ready to close out because I don't want to keep anybody too long. That's what happened with your team yesterday. that at the with that whole game, that at the end of it all, the other team said it wasn't over yet. And they showed it in how they played and what they did. And my thing is, you have to have that mindset. You have to have that attitude that if it is not over yet, because guess who always has the last say? And I thank you for putting that in the comment. God always has the last say. So when you trust God with what you need to, how you supposed to, I mean, I'm just saying this is just CK saying this. I mean, I can't tell or force anyone to trust God. But if you really trust God, not just by singing and dancing and all that, but you really trust God in prayer, you will understand it ain't over until he say it's over. And you listen. And if you really understand, you know that prayer works. So I'm done. I'm done. I just found it interesting that after yesterday, I was like, what? And then I said, oh, got it. You can't give up and you can't get too uppity thinking you won already. You had to, it's not over yet. So because it's not over yet, you don't give up. You don't just how they say slack off. But you got to continue in prayer. You got to continue in patience. You got to continue in not trying to figure out everything, overthinking everything, but being patient, being kind, knowing that when you trust God with everything, all things are possible with him. When you put everything in his hands, it's never over yet until he says it's over. And it's always not what you see, but it's what you don't see. I want you to get that. Because always remember, what you'll see, especially on social media and all that, is what is meant for you to see. But there's so many other things behind the scene. So stay positive and don't give up. Stay positive and keep going. Stay positive and be patient. Stay positive and stop trying to figure everything out. It's the process. Oh my God. Yep. They messed up yesterday. But guess what? I could see them coming back next week and being victorious. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be positive. Don't laugh at me. I'm just trying to be positive. So listen, that's how you have to do that. That's how you have to do that. And be you. Thank you guys so much. Be you. And keep, be you. Just keep being you. Knowing that there's so much more ahead. So keep being you and being great. So I thank you guys so much for joining me. And those that are going to catch this on BHC Network, on Roku, and all of those things, thank you for your support. I'm going to put the information. You can go through BHC to see it on Roku. We tried something, and again, that's what we're looking for, the feedback, so we will know exactly how and what the people are thinking. So I'm going to put the link again. Give your feedback, share, so that we, the producers, and myself, and or as we collab and do certain things, we know exactly what's needed for the people, because that's what we're here for. We're here for you to encourage you, to give you information, to give you resources that you may need. And I'll end up with this. Join me for the 6th annual Survive and Thrive. I'm going to put that link also. Just click the link. And guess what? It's bring a friend. So when you buy a ticket, you could actually share it with a friend and bring a friend. So, and you'll be supporting something really major. Hi, my beautiful sis. Thank you so much for joining me. I was supposed to inbox you, but I didn't want to say all this, but I was supposed to inbox you, but I didn't want to bother you because I know certain things you're doing. Thank you for joining me and coming in. Blessings to you. So, yeah. So this is what it's all about. So as I end off, I'm ending off now, sis. So you will have to definitely catch the replay. Listen, just don't give up. Know that it's not over yet. It's not over yet. And keep going. Even when it seems that it's towards that end. So I end off by saying that, as I always end off, and I say to you, keep standing up, keep standing out, keep standing strong, but most importantly, keep going. Keep going, because it's not over yet. Love, hugs, and blessings. Thank you. I see you on Wednesday as we talk about winning again, more importantly, specifically on Winning Wednesday. So love, hugs, and blessings. And take care and have a safe and great rest of your Monday and Tuesday. And hopefully, God's willing, I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Again, blessings, love, and hugs.